Welcome back. Great to always get a visit with Saints punter Thomas Morstead, who I think has been training for American Ninja Warrior more than punting in the NFL. The videos, my friend, that you've been posting here in the offseason, that's not the typical punter workout, is it?
Yeah, I don't know what other guys are doing, but you know, it's just something to keep it fun. You know, we missed the boat on getting our kids in summer camp this year, so we've had them at home. So I've had my boys with me, whether it's up here at the facility or my neighbor's got a garage gym, so it's been fun doing different things and training with them.
You've always tried to do something unique and different with your workouts. I think this just leans on the fact that you just like being an athlete, don't you?
Well, it's my pursuit to become an athlete. I think all these guys would laugh if you referred me as an athlete, but I love training. I love, you know, I think being the #1 attribute a punter needs to be is strong, and so I just make sure that's something that I can control.
It was well chronicled at the end of the postseason last year, the Saints run the postseason, what you and your foundation did with folks to give back to all the goodwill you got in Minneapolis and Minnesota. When you reflect back on that, did that inspire you to do more even with your foundation?
I don't know if it inspired me to do more. I think it just, you know, the nice thing about our organization is there's not a lot of red tape, and there's 4 board members and 3 of them have my last name, so we don't have to, if we want to do something, we can do something as long as it kind of falls within what we're allowed to do IRS-wise. And so, you know, we just, if we don't just do things to do them. Like if there's an opportunity that pops up and we really feel passionate about helping a group of people or an individual, then we do it. And so that's what we've, you know, you wait when you feel compelled to do something, we do it.
You mentioned this organization. All of us are kind of heavy right now because a member of our family, Chris Cordero, is fighting for his life again. He's on and off and battling with cancer for the last 3 years, and all of a sudden now you've been active in helping him and his family out. Can you share a little more about not only the video that you produced as a part of this, but your pursuit of trying to do some good in that sector of our family too?
Yeah, well look, we tried to help out a little bit 3 years ago. He had a diagnosis of a few months to live 3 years ago. So, and he miraculously went into remission and has been able to spend a lot of time with his kids and his wife, and so, you know, it's amazing just being around Chris, how grateful he is for that time instead of focusing on the negative. He's just really an inspiration in that light. And so, you know, I offered to do something after the season was over, and he kind of was like, look, I prefer we did it now while I'm here. And so, you know, you can't say no to that. So, you know, I was going to do it this past weekend, and then you guys at the Saints said the best time to get people to see views was on Monday. So we did it Monday afternoon, and it was a great experience. I think we're about to top $100,000. You know, we arbitrarily set a goal of 60, and so it's pretty cool.
Moving targets when it comes to goals and fundraising, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Absolutely, as long as you're moving the target up, right. You know. So it was really cool, and you know, the Minnesota thing was crazy. You know, you could never plan something like that happen, but like this thing, I'm not surprised. You know, there's so many people in this organization that love Chris and his family, and people have been asking, what can we do? What's a way that we can support? And so, my foundation, What You Give Will Grow, is really just the vehicle for people to support. And so, there's been the majority of the money that's been raised is from people just in this building. It's not like, you know, we've had a lot of public support, which is great, but majority of money comes from people in this building, and it says anonymous on the site because they're not looking for any attention. So it's just been really cool to see that.
Thomas, in the hopes of ending this on an even higher note, I know we're winding down with regard to this phase of that fundraising. Where should folks go? How can they get involved if they're just seeing this for the first time?
Sure. It's the website is 60forchris. The acronym of WYGWG, which is What You Give Will Grow.org. So it's 60forchris.wygwg.org. Well, hopefully they can put that on the bottom of the screen for this, because that's a lot of letters. But yeah, if anybody feels compelled to give, that's great. And if not, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely. You're inspiring us again. On a football note, just share with me your thoughts here as we get underway here with training camp.
Look, I think everybody's excited. You know, I've been here for really great moments and not really great moments, and the real thing is just to temper expectations, not publicly. I'm stoked that our fans are fired up. Saying internally, just, you know, I think if we can attack this season with the same chip on our shoulder that we did last year, we have a great shot to do something special. But, you know, things change, the team changes, and there's all these other factors, and so to think that we'll just pick up where we left off is foolish, you know, and I think if everybody believes that we all are earning our stripes for this season, we're earning them right now, and it's just day by day. I know that's super cliche, but if everybody takes that attitude, then, you know, we can do something.
Our visit will be my favorite part of the day. Thank you as always, sir.
Thank you. Thanks.
Saints punter Thomas Morstead with us. We'll continue on Saints Training Camp Report right after this timeout.